rent. So I got a bunch of points for that. It's so funny how to talk about something very interesting. It's very interesting where this Harvey Weinstein case is going to go. It's very interesting where it's going to go. Right now, he has Benjamin Braff as an attorney. And if you see what happened, Benjamin Braff pushed for a dismissal, and he didn't get it. The lawyer said, the judge said a trial date. They're going to get a trial date. Harvey Weinstein's going to go throw more money to pay off time. Harvey's going to go for time. Then he's going to fire Benjamin Braff and show up with 2 women, primarily 1 black and 1 Asian, or 1 white and 1 Asian. And this is when this trial is going to get very interesting. Harvey's also going to hire millions of dollars in private investigators. They're going to interview boyfriends. They're going to interview. This case is going to be very interesting, unlike the Cosby case, where Cosby didn't really fucking...
How do you know he's going to do all this stuff?
Because I know this is what I would do. I know if you come to me and you go, I'm getting busted for this, what do I do? Because of how I grew up around those people, this is what you do. Benjamin Braff cannot ask a woman the same question a woman can ask a woman. So I'm going to go in there with either a black woman, an Asian woman, or a white woman. My first 2 choices are a black and an Asian woman.
You want to get the diversity angle?
I want to get the diversity angle, and I want to get that you're saying that because you're a black woman, Chinese woman. What I'm trying to stare at. Did you ever really watch The People versus O.J. Simpson?
No, I didn't.
Very interesting. And it's time that you sat now, the holidays,
is that the FX version?
Yeah, the FX version.
I watched 1 episode. It seemed very good.
Very interesting how he put a dream team together.
How accurate is it?
It's going to cost you $10 million. Listen to me, G. You got 2 options. You go in there like Cosby and pay $2 million and make believe you're blind, or we put together a fucking... Did you see him? He went in there with that milky shit over his eyes, like the guy from Kung Fu. Remember when we were kids? Kung Fu's father had Kung Fu's father was like half blind and shit.
Yeah, I remember
that. He had that milk of magnesia on his eye and shit. That's how Cosby went in there playing like I'm sick routine.
He's got cataracts.
Who?
Cosby.
Yeah, but he didn't have cataracts.
Doesn't he have something like that?
Not when he dipped. Not when he put the pill in the water. He didn't.
No, he knows what the pills are.
He knows what the fucking. So
he just takes 3 steps, reaches to his right.
You show him a fucking. Yeah, he knows. But Harvey has to play this hand. This is what America's about to watch. They're gonna watch something fucking crazy. Harvey knows he can't go in there and Benjamin Braff. Benjamin Braff had Gravano. Look at the list of who Benjamin Braff has. And Benjamin Braff can't attack a woman.
Joey, you look at like legal cases like sports.
Listen to me, bro.
Like he's got pencil and paper.
Listen to me.
He's writing all this down. Like
here's the beauty.
Like he's John Jones versus Gustafson.
I went to New York last week, and I went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art with my daughter. She loves art. And while I was sitting there, I had to say to them, go on your own. Because my daughter didn't want me taking pictures in front of the statues anyway. She said, Daddy, get out of the pictures of the statues. So I'm like, what the fuck am I hanging out with you for? She was in the Chinese wing. I wanted to see the Armenian wing. But it was funny. I was thinking about when I was 21 and 22, Joe Rogan, I would get stoned to the gills and go to the Museum of Natural History, the Museum of my hobbies back then. Since I was such a loner and people were looking for me and I was always a criminal, I would go over the bridge to either go to one of those museums or I would sit in the courtroom. I would go to a place that had a fucking Italian sandwich and I'd get a bag of Wise potato chips and a 16-ounce Coke. And you go to any courtroom, the court starts at 7. At the Metropolitan downtown, I'd take the A train. And I'd walk, I forget now what, this is 1983, 81. I was a kid. And I would sit and I'd observe night court. I learned how to, plus I grew up in that.
You would sit and watch night court like you'd watch a basketball game, like a pickup game somewhere?
Yeah, with a sandwich and a soda and potato chips.
I think a lot of people don't realize you could just go to court.
And I would watch 12 people. I would learn how to set bail.
Can you do that anytime you want? Can you just get in there and watch?
In the 80s, yes. Now there's bomb detectors. You have to have the reason why you're there.
Do you have to? What if you're interested in the case?
Yeah, you go down there and just watch it.
What if for whatever reason, there's a speeding thing? Like someone lost their license and they got arrested driving and trying to get away from cops.
Yeah.
You can go watch that.
I can go. I'm supporting Joe.
I would like to go and see. I would like to see what the fuck was going on when those guys are trying to get away from the cops and the helicopters are chasing them with the spotlights and they just keep going. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, what? I would like to get to that courtroom hearing. I want to see that guy. I want to look at that guy that was like running from the cops with the fucking spotlight from the helicopter on him. He knew he wasn't going to get away, and he's cutting people off and driving on the fucking side of the. Nobody ever gets away. Has anybody ever gotten away recently? Yeah. Well,
the other night, something happened.
Parking garage.
They
couldn't find him. He
he
just
got
went to
in
like
a
mall.
parking garage.
Yeah, like they get away.
The percentages. Let me explain something to you.
Right?
The percentages are very fucking low.
Right.
It's tough to get away, bro. They got you. Once those helicopters spot you, you're running through neighborhoods.
You got to make sure if you're going into a mall, they have cameras. They could rewind the cameras and watch you go. If you're running into the mall, they're going to know there he is. We'll spot him.
Just a car.
They what happens to you? You want to know what happens to you?
What happens to you?
All right. First of all, usually Sky 9 is following you. So they
That's the news?
Yeah, they got to put you on the floor, kick your legs, do everything by procedure on camera. Then they pick you up, they handcuff you, they put you in the side of the car. The guy tells you his whole white version of what happened. The pursuit started on the 5.
The white version?
Yeah, and he's wanted. For
Suspect was moving at a high rate of speed.
Then they fucking, if I just had to chase you for 20 miles, how pissed am I at you?
Oh, yeah.
So they put you in the fucking trunk, and they put you in the back seat in front of everybody so the cameras take pictures, and they put a cop next to you. And on the drive day, you got a couple backhands to your face. You know what I'm saying? That you hit the steering wheel or something. They hit you a couple times. Then you go in there, and you sit in a holding tank, and then you fucking... if you're with one another person, you just shut your fucking mouth. You want to call your lawyer, I'll call him later. You want to call your lawyer because you want one of the other guys to get a lawyer. So then like that, you have to get... It's conflict of interest. So if me, you, and Jamie get arrested right now, I'm going to shut my mouth and tell you I'm going to call my attorney later because I know for a fact Jamie's going to get a public defender. So now I can't get a public defender because that's conflict of interest. So the state has to pay for a different attorney for me.
Whoa.
A lot of people don't know that. So if you get arrested with 2 or 3 people, you keep your mouth shut. Yeah, I'll call my attorney later. You have an attorney? Yeah, I forget his name. Let Jamie cop the public defender. Now the 2 public defenders can't represent you. So now you get a better chance of getting a better attorney. And the state pays for it. It's on the arm. So next time you pay for your mortgage, you go, God damn it, these state taxes are high. It's because a jerk off like me went with fucking Johnny Van Butterbuts and fucking he wants $800 an hour, even though the state will give him $400 an hour. It's like wholesale, you know what I'm saying? But at least I got a better type of attorney.
You game the system.
You game the system.
Nice.
It really is fucking crazy how I love figuring this shit out.
You're writing things down like you weren't even thinking. You just automatically started writing down numbers and percentages and shit.
Oh yeah, I know all this shit.
Like a sport.
I grew up in this shit.
It is like a sport.
So that's what he'll do. And by the time Harvey brings on a rape case, you got to go up there and relive the story and tell the dates. And if there was a rape kit, it's very fucking tough. This is going to be very interesting, bro. What's going to happen here? The only thing is, anything he cops to, they're going to come back at him like OJ and try to sue him. So then he'll just live in Florida making fucking Super 8 films down in fucking Miramar, Florida, wherever the fuck you go.
It is crazy when you see someone like him.
You can't get sued because they work the system. I'm not saying nothing bad here. That's what your advisors and your people around you will tell you. He's in hot water for the rest of his life because even if he gets that down to like an assault charge and he has to serve 8 months, 12 months, which is really 8, once he gets out, all the civil suits are going to come at him. And then he has to pull an OJ and move to Florida where they can't touch your pension or some bullshit money he had hidden or something like that.
Wow.